got me down again.
Alright guys, what's up? It's Troy here. Just thought I'd do a video on a comparison of my 2020 Emonda versus the new 2021 one I got. Right there it is. I thought I could make a pretty decent comparison on this because I've had an Emonda frame set for a long time now. I had a 2016 Emonda. I had a 2018 Emonda in the gunmetal color. Then I bought this one, this was the first disc brake one I had. The other ones were rim brake. And then of course now I got the 2021. This one right here is the 2020. And I kind of want to talk about kind of the pros and cons of the 2020, and then the stuff I like about the new one compared to this one, and just kind of give you an overview of both of them. Let's see, I want to start off with when I bought this. It came stock with these wheels on it, the Paradigm wheels, and they are tubeless ready if that's something you guys are looking for. I'm not a fan of this tubeless wheel set. I'm not a fan of this wheel set at all. And the first thing I did was put some Hunt wheels on it, and those are now on my new one, which I'll get to in a minute. Cool. Okay, back to the video. My makeshift bike stand wasn't working well on the other one. So what I was saying is I do not like this wheel set that comes stock on these bikes. I highly recommend, if you do buy an Emonda, and both of these are the SL6 disc versions, I recommend if you buy them, if you have the extra money, to get the Pro, and if not, just plan on upgrading the wheel set in the future. Some of the things I do love about this bike, this is all in the 2020 version by the way, is it just rides very smooth. It's pretty stiff, which can be good and bad. It's good in the fact when you put the power down on it, it doesn't flex on you or anything like that. But it's also bad in the sense that when you do long bike rides, it can kind of start to wear on you a little bit. I've done several metrics and centuries on this bike, and it'll definitely wear on, at least it wears on my back a little bit over time. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy today. Some of the things I've done to this bike, I upgraded the handlebars. I just like the aero profile with the flat tops and everything, so that's a big thing I did to it that I enjoy. Shortened the stem on it a little. The fit on this is a little aggressive for me. This is a size 56, but a size 54 it just didn't fit me right. I tried it out. But one thing I did have to do, I had to scoot that seat all the way forward, and then I had to bring that stem in a little, but then I dropped the stack just a touch, and this is a perfect setup for me. I did have a Stages power meter on there that I now got on my other bike. This is now going to be my crit racing bike, so I'm going to get me a decent wheel set, and this will be my crit racing for 2021. Some talking points on it is, this is the H2 geometry, which is a little bit more relaxed, not quite as racy. You can get this bike, I think the SLR models, in like a H1. Something that I didn't like at first, but it kind of grew on me, was the Montrose Saddle. It's okay, it's nothing special. Over really long rides, it can kind of start to wear on you a little. But I just kind of got used to it. Something that I did when I got it was, when I changed these handlebars, I got them internally routed, and I didn't realize it, but it was rubbing on the front of my frame for the longest time without me even knowing. Then I finally found out that it was doing that and put some frame tape on there to help that. The Emonda SL6s come with Ultegra mechanical. I think you can get the SL7, which has Di2 on it, but the I've never had a problem with Ultegra mechanical. I actually love this group set. It works really well. Something else that I didn't like at first about these bikes is the Ultegra mechanical disc. When I first got it, I mean, these brakes would rub like crazy no matter how I adjusted them. I even took them to shops, got them adjusted, and they would just rub. You get that little ticking sound. And really that just kind of went away over time. When I wore the brake pads out just a touch, it started to wear out a little, which that just might be the case with most disc brake bikes. I have the same issue on my new 2021 Emonda. One of the main things that even made me buy the 2020 was the colorway. I love this color, the white with the blue. I have a thing for white bikes anyway, and this bike looks really sweet with the Hunt wheels on it, which I'll put a picture in the video of how it looks with those. But yeah, overall this is a great bike. Like I said, the only thing I'd recommend is if you buy it, to plan to upgrade the wheels on it, because the paradigms just kind of suck in my opinion. I believe that's about all I have to talk about with the 2020 version. I'll get on to the 2021 and give you guys some info on that one. One other quick thing I wanted to talk about with this before I stopped was like the ride feel and everything and the type of riding I do. This bike was meant to be like my everyday bike, just to do everything with. Go out on long rides, do really fast, shorter rides, just kind of do everything. We do a Tuesday, Thursday night ride, kind of close to where I live, and we roll like 25, 26 mile per hour averages. So needless to say, they're very fast rides. It's basically like a crit race for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Just full on gas, just gassing it. And this bike has never had a problem. Like, it performed flawlessly in that. I mean, it's amazing. It climbs really well. The Emonda's meant to be a climbing bike. I mean, this is Trek's racing bike. The Madone, of course, is the more aero one, but with the older Emondas, 2020 and before, the tubing profile is not aero really at all. It's kind of rounded off. It has that classic bike look to it, no drop stays or anything like that, which Trek doesn't do that. But yeah, I mean, as far as ride quality, it does it all basically. This is a great all-around bike. Tire fitting, I've had 28s on there with quite a bit of clearance. You could probably squeeze a 30 to a 32, but I'm not 100% sure because I've only had 28s. And but yeah, I just wanted to touch on the ride quality, and also I do a lot of climbing where I live, and it climbs really, really well. So yeah, I think that's it for the 2020, and I'll get on to the 2021 now. All right, here's the 2021 Trek Emonda SL6 disc version. They don't even make them in rim brake no more. I think they stopped doing that in 2020. Anyways, this is I'm just going to kind of do a review of this and then kind of compare it to the 2020 and kind of the pros and cons of this one. First things first, I have about 5,500 miles on the 2021, the white one that I just showed you guys, and I have about maybe like 400 or 500 on this one so far over about 3 to 4 weeks. This is actually the Hunt wheel set I had on the white one. I can do a review on those if anybody wants to see it. It's a great wheel set. Same components, Ultegra mechanical. They changed a couple things on this bike compared to the other one as far as components, like the saddle, and I think the handlebars are different as well, which I changed on my other bike anyways, but I kind of like the handlebars on this one. Anyways, if anybody's looking at this Emonda, for me anyways, when I looked at this on the website, the color didn't really pop out to me, but when I did go and see this bike in person, the color just looks really good in person. This nice chrome finish on the top tube. Down the seat stays, nice little chrome finish and everything. It's like it's raised up a little. It's kind of hard to explain. The Trek logo, nice little chrome finish. It just looks really, really good in person. It's just hard to see that on a website. The saddle on this is definitely different. It's called the Aeolus Comp. This is kind of compared to like Specialized's Power Pro, I think. It's like that shorter design, a little bit wider channel. I put about, like I said, 5,500 miles on my other bike with the other saddle, and so far this saddle is way better. I love this saddle. Handlebars, these are different than the stock handlebars on the other one. I don't even know what kind of handlebars they are, but they're okay. I don't mind them. I'll probably throw a set of aero bars on there eventually. But yeah, it's definitely not too bad. You can definitely see right away the shaping of it's a lot different. It's a lot more aero, which is how like all bikes are getting now anyways. I mean, I'm not going to get into numbers or anything, but Trek claims this climbs faster and everything, which it's so little percent that it's just crazy to me. But over a long period of time, it definitely would make a difference. Anyways, this bike definitely is more aero, and with that being said, it definitely would go faster with less power output. Got a Stages power meter. Let's see. This has the H1.5 fit, while the other one has the H2 fit. Now, with that being said, I was saying on the other bike, kind of stuff I had to do to it as soon as I got it when I fitted it to me. I had to slam the saddle as far forward as it would go. Then I had to shorten the stem up quite a bit just to get a comfortable fit. But with that being said, I had to lower the stack height a little to fit me. And with this one, the H1.5 fit, I don't know, this thing, it fits really, really good. I love the way this bike feels. I don't have the saddle all the way forward. The stock stem on it, which I think is a 110, feels great for me. I haven't had to do anything there. The only difference is I haven't dropped the stack on it any yet, and I kind of feel comfortable where the stack is now. I may play with it later on down the road, but right now it feels pretty good. Something you'll also see is the cable routing on the new ones compared to the old one. I really like what they did with that. And it's not fully internal, so it's not very hard to work on when you need to work on it, because these things pop off and you can get into the cables and all that, but they're hidden really well. This is what it looks like from the top. Yeah. So I mean, it's I just like a lot what they did there. And I'm sure everybody already has seen this, but how they got go, go, go right there when you turn, and it's pretty cool. It's the little details they put into it that I thought was pretty cool. Okay, anyways, so I'll talk a little bit about ride feel with this one. It definitely, when you're going at high speeds, I do feel like it cuts through the air a little better. I mean, it's definitely more aero, and it definitely feels like it when you're riding it at higher speeds. I've done a couple, I haven't done a century ride on this. I've done a couple metrics on it already, like 3. And the ride feel, something I noticed is it feels stiff. Okay, sorry about that. My makeshift stand I got going on here, combined with the wind I have out here, is just not working well. What I was saying is I've done a couple metric rides on it. I think I've done 3 of them so far, and then I've done a couple like really hard short rides, like just really heavy power output and stuff. And something I've definitely noticed is on longer rides, my back just doesn't hurt as bad. Like I would do a longer ride on the 2020 Emonda, and I would just be kind of sore afterwards. My back would hurt pretty bad, lower back would hurt, and it just, I don't know, this bike seems a lot more comfortable to me. And I don't know if it's the fit on my other one. I mean, I've had a bike fit on my other bike. I haven't even had one on this one yet. I've just kind of adjusted it to the way my other bike's set up. But yeah, I think this bike's more comfortable. It feels more stiff when you're putting heavy power out. But like I said, when you're on a long ride, it doesn't feel like it's so stiff that it's just killing your back. It feels nice and compliant. And I don't know if that has to do with the seat post or what, or just the new design. I don't know if they did a different carbon layup on this bike or what, but it just it rides really well and it's very comfortable. On really hard power output rides, it's great. Like I said, you get out of the saddle, I get no disc brake rub. I would occasionally get that on the other bike if I put out heavy power. Get that little disc brake rub where the frame's flexing. I just don't really get that on this at all. What else? Something I don't like that they do with this is size 56 and up gets this long seat post mast. So I almost have to have this seat post all the way down just to fit me. Like anybody who was shorter would just kind of be screwed on that. You would have to get the shorter mast, which is kind of stupid. The last talking point I wanted to do was kind of how this thing climbs compared to my other bike. And also something I forgot to mention was the weight. My other bike with these Hunt wheels and Stages power meter weighed, I believe, right at 17 and a half. This one weighed in at somewhere around 17 and a quarter, maybe just over that. I can't remember exactly. Weight's one of those things that's like kind of dumb to me. When you start getting real into it, it just lose a pound. I know it's kind of easy to say, but just if you're that worried about weight, just lose 1 pound of body weight or 2 pounds or whatever. But the weight difference is maybe a little more on this one, but they sacrificed that with putting more aero profile into the bike, which is great for me for the type of riding I do. Anyways, what I want to say is how they climb. I think I mentioned how the other one climbs. It climbs really well. I got some good little mountains here where I live that I climb, kind of shorter, steeper mountains, like 15 to 20 minute efforts. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't get real into the numbers, but I did take this bike on a mountain that I climb very frequently near my house, and I put slightly less power out up it, and I got a new PR on that. I would really have to look into the numbers on there to kind of get into detail with that. And if you guys want to see that, definitely let me know. I could record a video of me climbing the mountain on both bikes. But yeah, definitely I put slightly less power out and this climbed it faster, which is what Trek claims, is that the way this aero profile is, it climbs faster. That's kind of the point of this bike. But yeah, I guess that's about all I have to say on these bikes. If I missed anything, or if you guys want to know anything else, please let me know. I can answer your questions. Like I said, I had a 2016 Emonda, a 2018. Both of those were rim brake versions. And then the 2020 and then this one are the other two I've had that's been a disc version. So I've been on an Emonda frame for a good while. But yeah, I believe that's it. I also have a gravel bike and a mountain bike that I could also do a review on if anybody's interested in those. So just let me know, and if anybody wants to see any other type of cycling videos, just let me know. Thanks for watching. It would help me out greatly if you just like and subscribe if you like the content, and I can definitely push more out for you guys if you want. Thanks for watching.